What are the sneaky secrets to working Disney's park reservation system better than everyone else? I'm taking you through all of them right now. All right, we are outside the entrance of Disney's Hollywood Studios for our first tip. So this one is that you can actually park hop 13 minutes before park hop time. Park hop time is at 2 p.m. The scanners will officially start letting you in at 1:47 p.m. So it's 1:47 right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and scan into Hollywood Studios, which I was at Epcot this morning, so this is my second park of the day. And just like that, we're in Hollywood Studios before official park hop time. Best reason to be in Hollywood Studios early. It's Donald and Daisy together. Now you don't necessarily need to plan around that 13 minutes early rule, but if you do happen to arrive at the gate of your second park of the day a little before 2 p.m., you can scan in as long as it's 1:47 or later. I'm in Hollywood Studios today to share some of these tips because this is one of the parks that is especially difficult to get a park pass reservation to. It's gotten easier over the last years, but it's definitely been one that sells out a lot more than the others. Since 2020, visiting a Disney park has required a Disney Park Pass reservation. It's a system that allows guests with valid admission to book a single park per day in advance. Entry into the theme parks requires both valid park admission and a Disney Park Pass for that park. Now, 2 p.m. is park hopping time, and that means that you can head to your second park of the day, even one that you don't have a park pass reservation to, after 2 p.m. If you're gonna park hop, you do have to have scanned into that first park. That said, another sneaky tip is that soon annual pass holders will be able to visit the theme parks without a reservation after 2 p.m. So they won't even need that first reservation of the day. Pass holders will still need to schedule reservations for Saturdays and Sundays in Magic Kingdom regardless of the time of day, and blackout dates will likely still apply. There's no official start date for this change, but it is pretty exciting for annual pass holders and a pretty great sneaky tip. All right, this next one requires a demonstration, which I'm gonna trust that the editor will put right here and not Mike Wazowski. If you are unable to get the Disney Park Pass you want, say you really want to go to Magic Kingdom on the Thursday of your trip, Magic Kingdom is booked up. Sometimes park passes will open up. That's if there are cancellations and things like that. If you're looking for this, you want to check every 15 minutes on the 15. So at 15, 30, 45, and on the hour of every hour, Park Pass reservations update. If you're the one who checks on the 15 and sees that one's opened up or a group has opened up, then you might be able to get that Park Pass that you haven't seen before. So you can see right here, I'm looking for a Magic Kingdom Park Pass for tomorrow. It's 2:15. I know that means it's just updated. Anytime it's just updated is the best time to look. And look at that, Magic Kingdom Park Pass for tomorrow. Next tip is that if you are still unable to get that Park Pass you want, even though you've been checking on the 15 minutes pretty regularly, make sure to check at midnight the night before, like midnight the day that you want to go to that park, and once you wake up in the morning. A lot of times last minute cancellations will happen day of, and Disney might even change availability day of. So keep an eye on day of. If you still don't have the park pass you want, check it really early in the morning before you wanted to head to the park. You never know what might pop up. I know that Emma's fiance was even able to get a last minute park pass for Magic Kingdom on the first day that a new fireworks spectacular debuted. So it's very possible. Now typically reservations are a little bit harder to get in Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios than they are in Animal Kingdom and Epcot. Animal Kingdom is the park where it's easiest to get your park reservations. So if you're booking far in advance and it looks like the time is a high demand time, go ahead and start by booking your Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios reservations and then do the other two parks, since those are a little easier to get. Now, if you've got a group going to a park and it's full, you may want to try booking one person at a time instead of booking your entire group all linked together. This is risky because it could result in some members of your group getting the reservation while others don't, but members of our team have had more luck booking 4 people one person at a time than 4 people all at once. If the park you want to go to is full, go ahead and book a park reservation for another park, and then it's not ideal, but you can still park hop into your desired park at 2 p.m. Change it into a park hopping day if you've got a park hopper ticket or an annual pass. I've actually done this before. There have been times where for filming we were supposed to be in Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios booked up. So I went to Epcot exclusively to scan in and then immediately walk back out of the park. Fastest trip to Epcot I ever did. So, I mean, that's an option as well. Of course, you could also then just spend your morning in Epcot and then go to the park that you wanted in the afternoon. I think keep refreshing on the 15 is gonna be the biggest way to get that park reservation that you need. But last resort, no holds barred. You can grab a different park reservation and then just hop into your park at 2 p.m. Now, it used to be that you could book a breakfast reservation before the parks opened, and this may still return. This has been much less common if it's happened at all since the 2020 park closures. But if you keep an eye on places that do serve breakfast, currently that's the kind of places like Hollywood and Vine, Le Crêperie de Paris in Epcot, and the Crystal Palace. And actually, Oga's Cantina has very early reservations here in Hollywood Studios as well. But keep an eye on those restaurants, keep an eye on AllEars.net for updates. If this returns, these reservations would start before the park opens, and you would be able to get in before early entry for resort guests. After eating, you could be among the first on very popular rides. That used to be the case. On the other end of the spectrum, you could book a late dining reservation. You can do this right now. I've seen reservations at like 9:55 when the park closes at 10. That's when you start your meal. Doing that is gonna make you one of the very last people out of the theme park, which is a great way to get some great photos on your way out of an empty Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, or Animal Kingdom, which, exclusive, extra fancy feeling. Now over in Magic Kingdom, resort guests can actually rope drop twice. Once in Fantasyland and Tomorrowland, and then again when the rest of the park opens to everyone. We recommend if you are a resort guest and you have that early entry rope dropping Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and or Peter Pan's Flight. And then when the park opens to everyone else, go ahead and rope drop Jungle Cruise and or Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. That's of course one of those resort guest tips, but if you are coded with a park pass reservation as a resort guest, you get some extra perks like that early entry. A little behind the scenes fun fact. I want so badly to eat a chocolate covered frozen banana with nuts, which they typically have at all the little stands that sell Mickey bars, and I cannot find them at any of the stands. That has nothing to do with park pass tips, but where are the frozen bananas? Ah, they don't have one over there either. For our annual pass holders, there very well may be bonus reservations. These open up kind of randomly. Like Disney says, it's some days that like more availability is there, so they just add bonus reservations last minute. I've seen them on days that I did not expect there to be extra availability on busy days. So if you check kind of close to when you want to go, if you're an annual pass holder, you might see a gold star on the availability calendar. That's a bonus reservation. With annual passes, there's only a certain number of reservations you can make in a day. With the highest level of pass, that's 5 reservations that you can have at one time. If you see a bonus reservation, you can book a bonus reservation and have it not count to the number of reservations you have, which is pretty cool. Also, they will literally open up when a park was already, like on a day that was already seemingly very busy. So keep an eye. There's no chocolate bananas in this whole park. I've just been informed. So, I don't know. That's not good. If you're park hopping and using Genie Plus, 2 p.m. is a very busy time for those Lightning Lane reservations. Typically, I will see that once reservations start to get around 2 p.m., they very quickly jump to like 4 or 6 p.m. for more popular attractions. If you are park hopping and you want to use Genie and Lightning Lanes in your second park, make sure to keep an eye on those Lightning Lanes throughout the morning before you park hop. You can learn a lot more about strategies to do this in any of our Genie challenges, including Fried Buckets No Sleep challenge, in our How Many Lightning Lanes Can You Get in One Day challenge, and any of our Is Genie Plus Worth It challenges. Deli window. None of this food is real. But boy, does it look real. It's like uncanny. I've never looked this closely at this. That looks like a real taco. And that cheese looks real. Another way to get extra reservations as an annual pass holder is to book a Disney hotel. If you have a Walt Disney World Resort hotel or a Good Neighbor hotel reservation, which is those Disney Springs hotels, you will get extra park pass availability added to your annual pass. So you'll have your 5 if you have the highest level, and then you can also book the extras added on for however many days you're staying at a hotel. So if I booked a 4-night stay at a hotel, I would have my 5 regular reservations as an annual pass holder, plus the 4 reservations I would get on those reservation days of the hotel. So for a total of 9 park pass reservations. Now, if you need to change a reservation, say your original plans had you going to Magic Kingdom and you snagged a really great Oga's Cantina reservation for the morning, then you're going to want to modify instead of deleting and rebooking. It was not always the case, but you can modify Disney Park Pass reservations, and you're going to want to modify because the worst case scenario is that you cancel your Magic Kingdom reservation and then cannot book for Hollywood Studios, can't get back your Magic Kingdom reservation, you now have nothing instead of your original reservation. So always modify instead of canceling and rebooking. It's a semi-busy day here in Hollywood Studios, but crowds have gotten notoriously difficult to predict in Disney World. Our next tip is that if you have a trip coming up, make sure to keep an eye on AllEars.net to see if there are any holidays or events that would create higher crowd levels in a park in a day. This can be something like a 3-day weekend, like Martin Luther King Day weekend, or it could be something like the closure of Splash Mountain. Magic Kingdom Park Pass reservations are sure to book up a little bit faster if a big ride is closing forever. Epcot Festival Day 1s are certainly Park Pass reservations you're going to want to prioritize, as well as the start of things like Christmas celebrations, or new parties like the 50th anniversary, or Disney Company's 100th anniversary. If you're traveling on any of these dates, make sure to book your Park Pass reservations for those high demand dates as early as you can to make sure that you can get in. Now, if for any reason something goes wrong with your Park Pass booking and it's day of, and you realize that you don't have the reservations you thought you had, or someone in your party doesn't have the same reservation as everyone else, go ahead and speak to guest relations. If you do so politely and courteously, cast members may be able to help you out. It is not guaranteed, especially on a very high traffic, heavy day, but don't panic. Before you panic, speak to cast members, see what they're able to suggest. They're happy to help. But again, just be kind and be courteous when doing so. Disney World is certainly an expensive vacation, and that can make it very stressful. It can make it easy for like tensions to run high when things don't go right. It's all very fair to not be happy when things haven't gone as planned. The cast members here just want to help you as best they can. It's not guaranteed, but if you do have something go wrong with your park passes, talk to cast members and see if they can help. And those are our sneakiest Disney Park Pass secrets. I hope this helps you to have a much better time booking park passes when things go wrong with park passes. I hope all of this is helpful. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe, and now go watch our Sneaky Genie Plus Secrets video. See you there, squirrel.